Every month I would go myself and visit the rooms. And teach people, no, look, this is a flush, you use it, please pull. Basic stuff like that. But all workers, the first 4 workers, I recruited myself. Each worker was subjected to an interview board consisting ED, Vice President Production, Vice President HR, and so 4 members. I don't think we've ever had a stronger recruitment board, even for our managers or even VPs, as the kind of board we had for selecting our workers. I personally talked to each worker. So that was what we did. So every month was a disaster. Every month I get a stinker from corporate MIS. Stinker was very pleasant, knowing I'm ED also in the company. But Jensa, productivities are still low. This is a very, very meek kind of stinker, but stinker was still coming. Finally, 6 months into the thing, I lost hope. I admitted defeat. I was wrong. So I went to my chairman and I said, I made a mistake. I give up. I can't afford to keep having low productivity and so on. I am ready to take workers from the rest of the group if you can provide skilled workers. He said, you tried for so long, try for 1 month more. And in that 1 month, things changed. I don't know what happened. Maybe I had lost hope just before dawn. As in the darkest before dawn. So probably I had lost hope then. After that, we never looked back. Fast forward. Today, that factory makes the most complex products, which no other factory can make, this factory can make. Japanese, the amount of confidence they have for this particular factory is amazing. They say, this factory is making it, no problem at all. This factory from textile industry participated in the CII Kaizen competition nationwide, got first prize last year. First time they participated. A textile company participating, competing with the Bajajes and the Mahindras and all these people, and got first prize last year. This year they participated, again they got first prize. So twice in a row. And normally when you say that, judges say a close competition between first, second and all, they say there was no close competition. It was absolutely clear first. Between second, third, fourth, there was competition. That is what this kind of factory can do. So what were the key ingredients? One more thing, incident. I got feedback from my corporate HR that people think they are too nice. And nice people can't run factories. So that was the feedback I got. Actually, can you believe it? Now for a 25-year-old person with power in his hands to treat people like shit, and they're asking to be treated like shit, right? Is it easy or difficult? It was easy. And then I started throwing my weight around, and it was considerable. I started shouting at people, screaming. Somebody's done a bad job. I actually picked up paper and thrown paper at people's faces. Did that for a month and a half. Then I called my team. The point was, you don't have to treat people like shit. And being nice is not weak. It is from inner peace that you treat people nicely. Yes. So those were the things which built up Baddi. So Baddi gradually from that one factory, we started with 32 crores of investment. Overall, we had 9 factories, and in each factory grew into several subunits. Total, I think by the time I left Baddi, we had 8,000 people. So from 40 people were then when I joined, we had about 8,000 people. Got involved with government issues also, a lot of local infrastructure and so on. Moved to the head office 4 years ago into totally new areas, finance, accounts, internal audit, stuff that I knew nothing about. And when I got, this is my responsibility, I was shocked. I said, oh my God. You're like a sher, huh? Factory mein ghum rahe ho. You're not sitting on a seat, and suddenly you're to sit behind a desk. You have 8,000 people, and suddenly you have what, 20, 30 people working with you. And you sit behind a desk. And people come to you in ties and suits and all. I'm used to workers coming to me. And my office, any worker could walk into my office anytime. And I've personally I've played Holi every Holi. I've gone to the workers' colony, played Holi with the workers. I'll be picked up, tossed, thrown about, everything, and I should not there's any pani nahi and all, but they'll make sure this is the opportunity to get drenched fully and so on. So those were the kind of growing up part. 10 years I done that. One more incident. Around 2000, early 2000, if you recall, Birla Mill in Delhi was shut under Supreme Court order. They were asked to shift, and they shifted to Bali. Suddenly, at 2000, white-haired people, highly unionized, who had never worked in their lives, around. We were concerned at that. We were worried. What will be the impact? 5-10 people come, no problem. 2,000 people coming to Delhi, you still get notice. But 2,000 people coming to Badi, it's a whole village gets slowly transformed. And it was before the growth of Badi.
Having unions too strong over there.
Yeah, group shifted there. 2,000 people.
How did you shift?
No, they built a factory and they shifted there.
But workers staying there?
No, they stayed in paying guests wherever and all. They had to manage. So that happened. We were worried. One incident which happened, one of our officers was sitting at a dhaba and he overheard this conversation between a Birla worker and our worker. And this was relayed to me. Now, whether it happened or not, I don't know. So I'm talking about third-hand information which came to me. So it seems this Birla worker is talking to our worker. ऐसे तुम लोग का शोषण हो रहा है. You're getting exploited, ये हो रहा है, वो हो रहा है, blah blah blah. He went on and trying to poison this guy's mind. And this youngster, must be 5 years, because they are only fresh workers, 5 years, 10 years into the organization. कहते कितने साल हो गए कंपनी में काम करते हुए आपको? 32 साल. मालिक को देखा कभी? नहीं. हमारे मालिक आके होली खेलते हैं हमारे साथ. End of story. Now I never realized that playing Holi was that big. I just did it. But the point is, if you treat people with love and respect, people value. And this is where most Indian owners, managers forget. We treat people like commodities. What's your CTC? Okay, you're working there with the CTC? Okay, I'll up your package by 50%. Are people commodities? Are people mercenaries? So we treat people like commodities and they become mercenaries. And if somebody leaves somebody else at 50% higher and comes to you, he will move to somewhere else also at 50% higher.
And take 3 people.
And take 3 people. So, somewhere along the line, we have stopped treating people like human beings. And that, I think, is the crux of managing. That can you treat people like they were meant to be treated, like you would want to be treated? As Jesus Christ said, do unto others as you would have others do unto you. Not as others do unto you. Please repeat. As you would have others do unto you. Whether you are getting that treatment or not is not the question. But if I want to be treated in a particular way, that is the way I should treat others. If I want respect, whether I get it or not is not in my control. Am I respecting other people? If I want to be treated well, am I treating other people well? If I expect punctuality from my people, am I punctual? But first set the same arena, same agenda for yourself or whatever you expect from others. So in my life, I've been very lucky. I've had fantastic subordinates who have gone beyond the call of duty and achieved results and done things that were unimaginable. So now the latest that I have is I have a steel company. Incidentally, as Harshvi talked, I written a book which was fiction. Can you also find out, Sunil, if the flight normally is late? So if you can just find out from the airport. So the point was, this book was fiction. And in that book, I talk about the hero is an investment banker. He sells a deal of a steel company to a tycoon. But the tycoon says, you come and run the company. So this guy with no clue of steel has to run a steel company and turns it around. So that's basically the book. And the book has got about his journey of how he turns it around. So normally people do stuff and they write about it. So I wrote this fiction. And then suddenly I was given the steel company. And I had no clue about the steel company because this was a division of the group, but it was not related to me. I had visited it 2-3 times, that's about it. So in the book, I just asked them how many heats do you get? There's something called heats. You melt steel, take it out, then you add more, melt, take it out, and so on. So in a day, how many heats do you get? So at that time, you're getting 8 to 9 heats. So I put in the book that you're getting 8 to 9 heats. And one employee in the book says, we can get 11. And then the other guy says, no, how can you get 11 and so on. And I leave it at that. So now, we were at 8 to 9 heats. I have a steel company. In the book, I've already written that 11 is possible. So we did all the things that written in the book. Within 6 months, we got 11 heats. Then we got 12. And in the month of December, we started getting 13 heats. This is all, and I have still no clue of steel making. I didn't have any clue last year. I still have no clue. It's the people there who've done this fabulous job, but they have improved productivity with pride. They moved to 30. The day they got 12 heats, I told the people, if they're getting 12, they had planned for 12. I said, if they get 12, get laddus. So I was about to leave and the laddu just came. So he gave me one laddu. I had that. He said, why don't I take it with me? So I took the laddus and went to the furnace. And from the furnace, gave it to each worker, one laddu each. And I went to each worker who was there, and we could give the laddu. Now again, I just did it. I said, let's all celebrate, have fun. Next day, news was MD साहब खुद आए और खुद अपने हाथों से लड्डू सबको दिए. So it was like wildfire across the factory. And every worker says, what is it that we need to do to get laddus from MD साहब? So you know, it becomes a competitive challenge and people are saying, okay, what do we need to do? In our department, can we do something spectacular? Can we do this? Can we do that? And so on. So the point is again, we don't have a spirit of celebration.
Yes.
Somebody does a bad job, he will hear enough about it. But somebody does a good job, we don't say, we are so, अच्छा economy का हालत खराब है, interest rate बढ़ गए, ये कस्पर हो गया. Everywhere you come across only bad news. My point, ladies and gentlemen, is if you get something good anywhere, celebrate, enjoy it. Don't pass it, don't become complacent. The fear people have, people get complacent, but I don't think so. Celebrate that, feel good, and okay, now what next? So those are the kind of stuff you're doing. Still learning steel, some statistics. Okay, this is special alloy steel. We were a 250 crore company at that time when we had an operation called Operation Dreams. So we asked the people, if you dream, what do you want? Anything. So people put on their dreams. So one of the dreams was we want to be a 1,000 crore company in 5 years' time. January 2010 they put it. 9-10 we did 250 crores. So when you're doing 250 crores, in a division that has sold around 300 crores, kabhi 250, kabhi 350 that, but 9-10 was 250 crores. So they said, we dream we'll be a 1,000 crore company in 5 years. Okay. So then I got a team together, I said, this is your dream? To be a 1,000 crore company. Now make a plan to make it a 1,000 crore company. I'm a lazy person, basically. I don't like to work. So it's, somebody said to me, we want to be a 1,000 crore company. So I said, okay, now you get together and make a plan. So they made a plan. I said, okay, now go and implement the plan. So they are working on implementing the plan. To just give you statistics, last year we did 440 crores, which is all-time high. This year we'll do about 550 crores, which will again be another all-time high. And we are on track to touch 930 crores in 2015-16. Now 930, I hope by then something else will come up to add the remaining 70. But the point is, something that could not be imagined came out from the people. And I'm busy out here talking to Ty. There are people already working out, they're doing this stuff. They're adding stuff, they're finding areas for profit improvement which nobody could imagine earlier. Results so far, first 6 months, because I strictly took over as MD only on 15th of March. So this year, first 6 months, listed company results. We are the smallest, we are the baby company. It is a group of 12 companies. The largest, Mukang is the leader, they are 6 times bigger than us. 3,000 crore. So other companies are 2,000 to 3,000 crore. We are a small, 550 crore in this industry, specialized steel area, all for auto components. Out of 12 companies, 8 are in loss this year, first half. From profit last year to loss this year. One company 90% down, one company is 80% down, one company is 30% down. So 8 are in loss, 3 are massively down in profits.
Would the 3 with the profits go?
The profit model.
What's a model?
So they were made 4 crores down to 40 lakhs.
Okay.
And Kalyani, no, Kalyani is a loss. ISMD, Indian Seamless.
It's a seamless
And one more company, which is in Sunfire, 80% down. Now, we were a division last year, so strictly not comparable. But so now corporate expenses, my salary, travel, project, everything added, we are 10% down. So profitability wise, we are the highest by far. And even net profit, we are the second highest, though being a much smaller company. The point I'm making, ladies and gentlemen, this is possible. Same team, same workers, 2-3 changes only. But the point is, Indian people can deliver phenomenal results. The problem is at senior management. And at senior management, which is why leadership, which is the area that I like to talk about, leadership, that is the biggest crux at the national level, political leadership, that you don't have anybody that will inspire you. How do you get inspired? Reading the newspapers today, seeing the jokers at the top. So you think of one Sachin Tendulkar or a Dhoni to inspire you. Beyond that, can you think of maybe a Mr. Ratan Tata? But there are very, very few icons that we have. This year, we have this area, we have Chandigarh. But people who are, country of ours, we should have enough number of people to think of who can inspire you, who are currently active today. In the past, we talk Bhagwan Ram did this, Bhagwan Krishna did that, and so on. We always live in the past. The point is, in the present, we need these icons. So that is the problem. But each one of us can become an inspiration in our company, in our neighborhood, for our employees, and lift them up to perform amazing results. So I thought we'll have an interactive session. That's what I talked to Samir. He said that normally our sessions are interactive. So I thought I will stop here. I can go on, but I thought let me stop here. And
we have actually, some people have mentioned, some points or questions. One I have is that about succession plan, building leadership for the future. What's your take on that?
There are 2 kinds of succession plans. One is, of course, if you are a family member and you're talking about the next generation of family coming in. And second is professional succession of the people who will build up the next level of leadership. One, if you treat, and for both, the important part is you treat people well. As you treat people well, you communicate with people so that gradually they understand what you are doing and why you are doing it. It is important. Very often you just share with somebody, do this, do that, he is not developing. But if you talk about your dreams, you talk about, so as people watch the decisions evolve, why we do certain things. If you make a wrong decision, how you turn back from that? As you face a crisis. Normally what people do is, they will be doing that themselves or with the concerned department. So functionally we have good people, it is at leadership level that we have a problem. So as you involve your people together and shape them into a team, then people develop better. Then delegation is something which develops people around. Most people don't delegate enough. Most people are doing jobs that people 1 level below them, larger organizations, 2 levels, 3 levels below them can also be doing it. Now if you are doing a job that somebody below you, either 1 or 2 levels below you can do it, it is a non-value added activity at your level. So I have, right from the beginning, shared work that comes to me, I have shared it pretty fast. Result, I am free. So anybody wants to call me for a talk, I'm available. Two, my people develop. They feel happy. I have time to do stuff like writing books. People ask me, how do you find time to write a book? I said, office mein baith ke aur kya karoge? Kitab hi likhoge. So the point is, most of us are doing stuff that doesn't need to be done. And we talk about MBAs. So the TQ methodology or PP methodology will tell you enough about it. But a lot of work we do, 80% of work that we do is non-value-added work. Could be even higher at management levels. So what I have to do is eliminate that. I'll give you an example. We are in this new steel plant, we are buying a new rolling mill. It's something like 70-80 crore rupees. It's the single biggest decision I've ever taken in my life of investing this. We were, as a division, deliberating this decision the last 8 years. The day I got charged of this plant was end of December last year. Next day I said, we're going ahead. So the people who knew this business were deliberating for 8 years. For me, I didn't deliberate more than a single day. I said, yeah, this is a proposal, we're going ahead doing it. Took the decision. I thought, itna deliberate karke kya karenge? Analysis to paralysis. So action. That is where the problem is. So okay, action area. Then we said, okay, now which mill do we take? I have no clue how to evaluate